All right, this is our last training for August Coach Basics. It is August 26th. I can't believe it's already almost the end of the month. That is so crazy to me. 5 days left, guys. We got to finish strong. But I just wanted to say, I'm really proud of you guys for being here and showing up every single week throughout the Coach Basics. I got to say, I've been doing this now this is my 14th month. And I always see like so many people come on at the very beginning, and they're showing up to the calls. And then as the weeks go on, they kind of dwindle away and they don't show up anymore. But it's the people who show up all the way through and are on this call, like you guys. You guys are the ones who are going to be the next rising stars in Forever Strong. All right. So I just want you guys to know that I'm serious. I've seen it in every single coach training that I've done. You guys are the ones who are going to rise to the top and do awesome with this and really be able to create a thriving business. And you're going to be able to see these things in life that you want to happen to you because you are willing to put in the work and you are motivated. And, motivation is something that you can't teach people. So you guys obviously already have that. So I'm really excited for all of you. So thanks for being here. So I'm just going to, go over some of the things from the coach training, what we've learned over the past month. And, I like to always start out just a little bit. Let's just kind of, again, telling you a little bit about myself in case there's anybody new on here or for people who listen in. But, you guys know how much coaching has seriously changed my life. Like I said, I was teaching for 8 years. I had my master's degree in special education. I liked teaching. I loved the kids. I didn't wake up every day like excited to go into work. It really wasn't my passion. And I didn't realize that until I got into coaching. And when I stopped the teaching, I took a huge pay cut. We were living off of just my husband's income, and he was doing so many different things to try to earn extra money for the family because we knew things were going to be tight for us. I was doing tutoring, and every single month we were just blowing through money in our savings and going further and further into debt until eventually, guys, I got myself into like $30,000 worth of credit card debt. It was really stressful. It makes me so anxious to even say it because I just can't even believe that it got that severe, but it did. And it wasn't until I gave coaching a chance and took a leap of faith, just like all of you guys did, and just gave it my all and just realized that, I don't want to be living the rest of my life like that, totally strapped for money. Even if I had gone back to work, guys, it would have been really hard to pay off that amount of money. It would have been because my salary was good, but it only goes so high as a teacher, So, I would have been living my entire life, just strapped for money and not really truly being excited about what I was doing. So whatever you're doing right now in life, it's important that you are passionate about it. And that's just something I honestly thought never existed. I really didn't. Like, I just thought that, you grow up, you have a family, you have kids if you want to, you get a job, you might like your job, but, it's just kind of something that you do, and you're supposed to do it every single day until the day you retire. And so that's kind of like how I was living. Just kind of thinking, like, I like teaching. It's fine. Like, I love the kids. I hate a bunch of the, politics that comes along with it, but whatever. It's okay. And it wasn't until I got into this, guys, that I realized how excited you truly should be about your career path. So I really hope that this is it for you guys. If it's not, that's okay. It's not for everyone. But I really just encourage you to go out and find what that is that makes you really excited to wake up in the morning and that keeps you awake at night and just something that you truly love. So that's what Beachbody Coaching has done for me. We've been able to, I've been able to double my teacher salary within the, does it look like my words are like not matching up with my mouth right now? Yeah, so weird. Nick, do you know what this is? It says your high CPU usage is affecting the meeting quality. Because it's like, it's like delayed. Hold on, guys. Sorry, because that's just really annoying me. Hold on. Yeah, hold on. All right. Is it okay? Is this better now? Okay, cool. Sorry about that, guys. All right. So finally now, 14 months in, I've been able to, double what my teacher salary was and pay off that $30,000 of credit card debt. And it feels so good. Not to mention, you guys know, it's doing something that is really rewarding and has meaning behind it. We're helping others, we're helping change lives. And that's really powerful to be able to say that you have a part with that. All right. So I just want you to keep that in the back of your mind. And if your vision of where you really want to go with this is really clear, you guys will do whatever it takes to make it happen. All right. So, I always talk about how your why needs to be something really strong and powerful. Like, it can't just be that you want to make some extra money. That will only get you so far. It has to be deeper than that. It has to be something really, really powerful. So really important to just sit down and think about like the deeper meaning behind why you decided to try Beachbody coaching. All right. You want to make sure that it's something really emotional. You have an emotional connection to. So I was reading in the book, I think it was The Compound Effect maybe, that it was talking about how picture you had like a 20-foot, board just across your floor somewhere, whatever. And someone says, go ahead and walk across the board and I'll give you $20, right? Everyone would just walk right across the board, no problem, right? And then you get you $20. But now imagine that they took that same board and put it high up in the air between two buildings, really high off from the ground. And they said, all right, walk across that board and I'll give you $20, right? Not many people would do it. But if you can envision something really powerful on the other end, for example, if your kids were on the other end of that board and they said, you need to go get your kids, you wouldn't think about it for a second. Like, boom, you'd be across the board, right? Going and getting your kids to save them. See? So that's what you want your why to be, that powerful, that it's going to get you to go across and keep going and to keep pushing no matter what. It has to be such a strong connection because you're going to hit roadblocks along the way. That's just with anything. It's not just a Beachbody business. It's anything in life. And, things are going to be thrown at you in life and try to throw you off course and try to derail you, like anything in life, in any job you have. So your why needs to be that powerful that it is going to keep you plugging along day after day, month after month, so that you can continue to grow and bring you closer to your goals. All right. So if you're not 100% sure what your why is, you can reach out to me if you want. We can really talk about it. I can just pick your brain a little bit, or you can reach out to your upline coach and talk with them. But everyone at the end of this call should have a clear-cut why, and you should have it written down, and you should really know what that is, because every night or every day when you go to sit down and work on your business, that's what's going to be at the top of your mind here. That's what is going to keep you plugging along. All right. So for me, like I said, it was my kids, and I was desperate to not go back to work and leave them after already being home with them. So for me, there was no plan B. It was like, I don't care. It wasn't about how much money I was going to make. It was, I need to make some kind of income so that I don't have to leave them again, So it has to be a deep connection. So just make sure that you guys have that all squared away, because that is like key to this business. All right. The next thing I want to talk about is the fact that this is a do and learn business. So there's lots of trainings out there, and there's lots of videos, and there's lots of books that you can read, and tons of personal development. And you can get wrapped up with what other top coaches are doing and checking their wall and checking what other coaches on the team are doing and how are they hitting these high success club points, and like, why don't I have any? And you can start to do that. And then what happens is you spend all this time looking around at everything else that's happening, that you're not actually going out and doing anything to grow your business. So it's great to do personal development, but you don't want to get so wrapped up in trying to learn everything that it like stalls you from actually going out and talking to people, which is what this whole business is about. It's about talking to people and building relationships. Okay. You learn as you go. That's just the way it is. You went through this training, you learn a lot. You're going to continue to learn. Even me, to this day, there are still things that come up that I just have questions about, that I need to ask about, and I learn. All right, so that's just what this is. You can't possibly sit down. It's not like a test where you can possibly sit down and open up your book and make note cards and have it all memorized. That's just not how this business is. It's all hands-on. So make sure that you're getting out there and you're connecting with people. Most importantly too, guys, when you are reaching out to people and let's just say inviting them to your challenge group, just please remember that there's so much more to just like sending them just the invite to your challenge group. And that I think that this is where sometimes a lot of coaches get a little confused, all right? That you shouldn't just be sending them just an invite to your challenge group and that's it. You really need to be connecting with them first on a personal level about what's going on in their life and genuinely care about them and what's happening in their life before you actually send that script. That script is awesome to use, but before you send that, you need to start a conversation with them, like put in a couple sentences before, ask them about something you saw them post on their wall. A really good thing to do, which is what I do, especially if you're connecting with new people who you friend requested, go to their wall and just scroll down through like 10 posts. So that way you can kind of see what's been going on in their life. So that way when you reach out to them, the first thing that you can talk about is something that you see, you've seen them post on their wall. All right, so then that shows that you care about them, you're interested in what's going on, and you really do. And then you can start to build a relationship that way. And then that script works great after that, okay? So just make sure that you're doing that, because the coaches who genuinely care about others and hearing about what their goals are and what's going on in their life, those are the ones who excel at this business. So you want to just remember, help anyone and everyone no matter what. They don't have to buy a challenge pack from you to for you to be able to help them. I mean, I've helped so many people along the way that have never, ever purchased anything through Beachbody. And that's fine. I'm happy, and it's a reward enough just knowing that I've changed their life. And you guys will see that. And I'm sure a lot of you have already seen that, where people will start to, write to you private messages or text message you, or even write something on their wall, like, thank you so much to this person for keeping me on track. Or even just seeing your post, guys, is enough sometimes to motivate people. Because your newsfeed can be filled with a bunch of negative things, and you might be the only positive post that that person sees that day. All right, so just keep that in the back of your mind. When you're making your posts, don't worry about what you think other people are going to think. Just be yourself. Put a post out there that's going to be inspiring and try to help someone. And if it can help just one person, then your mission was accomplished. Okay, that's your goal, is to try to impact one person's life every single day. Okay, so just keep that in the back of your mind as you're going through your daily tasks with Beachbody. I also wanted to mention Success Club. And I know I sound like a broken record and you've heard it 100 times, but Success Club is the key to your business. And August can be known as, notoriously known for being a slower month, just because parents are getting their kids ready to go back to school. They're going out and buying all the school supplies and the back to school clothing and all that stuff. So a lot of times people don't have the money right now, especially at the end of August like this, to do anything health related. They can't even think about themselves because they've spent now this whole month trying to get their kids ready for school in the new school year. But as soon as those kids go back, guys, at the beginning of September, all the parents come around and they start to realize that, all right, kids are back in school now, those expenses are out of the way, it's time to focus on me. So that's when they're going to start to come around. So just because August tends to be a little bit slower doesn't mean that you should sit back and just kind of let it happen and just say, you know what, September will be better, I'll just start back up then. That's not how this business works. You need to be still inviting, because you're going to be planting seeds along the way to all these people. You might not hear back from them, but you're planting the seeds. And then when they are ready to commit and want to do something for their health, you're going to be the first person that they think of. So that's why it's really important to keep those messages and those relationships going with people along the way. All right. Success Club, like I said, is the foundation for your business. If you can try to hit Success Club every single month by mid-month, it is so much less stressful, because then it's over and done with. You don't have to be stressed out that it's the end of the month and it's 5 days left and you have to lock in 2 people and oh my gosh, it's a major headache. Anybody else after that is just bonus. And it's like, great, I helped another person. But if you can kind of set the 15th in your mind as, you know, your deadline for you, like your own personal deadline to reach Success Club, then I'm telling you, it will make the world the difference. So like I said, Success Club 5, you know, 3 people, helping 3 people get started on their health and fitness journey. A really good tip is to keep a list, an ongoing list of a good 10 to 20 people that you can always reach out to, all right, and talk to, and just keep a running list like this so that you know who to reach out to and you're not just kind of, you know, scrolling through Facebook aimlessly. Keep a list of like 10 to 20 people that you can contact with and connect with. And then as you talk to them and you hear back, you can cross them out and replace them with somebody new. All right. I really, truly feel that Success Club 10 is the way to build this strong, successful business. It builds your organization up strong. You are going to be getting yourself closer to becoming a leader in the business. It gets you the free Success Club leads for the following month, which is really good extra income. You get a good $200 to $300 worth of instant free commissions from those Success Club Beachbody leads. So these are people who go to the website and they purchase a challenge pack or they purchase Shakeology. They get assigned a random coach. If you are qualified through Beachbody and you're paying your $40 quarterly fee, which you probably all are, and you have hit Success Club 10 and you're an Emerald coach, they will assign this person to you and you will be their coach. And you get instant commission from that very first purchase that they make. You don't get that if you hit Success Club 5. So if you hit Success Club 5, you get customer leads, but you don't make instant commission off of that initial purchase. You only would make commission off of them if they purchase something going forward. So Success Club 10 really is really where it's at. You know, it shows that you are dead serious about this business. You know, Success Club is non-negotiable for you and that you really want to take this business places, all right? So if that's you and you're looking to totally change your life and in 2 years you want to see things completely different than where they are now, Success Club 10, and just do it month in and month out. Just every single month, write it down in your journal at the top, Success Club 10, and write the month. And just make it non-negotiable, and it'll just happen. It really will. All right? Another good tip too, guys, if you're trying to, you know, lock in Success Club is you can go ahead and you can ask for referrals. So when you're connecting with people, if people say no, or even if they say yes, you could tell them and ask them if they know someone who might benefit from this program, and you can get referrals that way. You can go back to people who you've already signed up and tell them that you're going to be starting your next challenge group and you're looking for a few more people to fill it. Do you know anybody who might benefit from this program or from Shakeology? Someone that's looking to get healthier. So you can go back and ask them. You can go back and any person that you've ever signed up in the past, even if they've canceled, you can go back and ask them if they're looking to be added to a group again and if they're interested in starting Shakeology back up again. I've had that happen a lot. I've had a lot of people, they come on for like 3 or 4 months drinking the Shakeology, they cancel it, and then 5 months later, not even, they want to start it back up again. So don't forget about those people that fall off down the road. You can always go back. Keep a log in some way, whether you want to do an Excel spreadsheet or you want to use a notebook. I'm a notebook kind of person. I like to see it all written out. But find a way to keep track of every person who you're reaching out to. So you can write down their name and the date that you have reached out to them. So that'll just help you keep you organized. You can see when you've reached out to them. Then you can see who you need to follow up with. And it just makes things so much easier. You know, going back and scrolling back through like older messages and following up with people who you might have sent messages to at the beginning of the month. That's another way to try to get people signed up. All right. So just make sure that you're keeping the conversations going. That is the most critical thing to this business. There's really no magic to, you know, these people who are getting like high Success Club numbers, or these people who are at the top of the company. They're honest to God, they are not doing anything different. They're really not. They are just spending more time and they are talking to more people. That's it. It's seriously as simple as that. So if you can sit down and kind of make a schedule for yourself, Inviting should be part of your daily to-do list every single day. That should be something that you never, ever skip. So you got to figure out what works for you and your schedule and how much time you have. For me, I like to try to do, and I'm tweaking my schedule a little bit, but like, for example, on the days that my husband works from home, as soon as I get up in the morning, I'm going to spend a half an hour inviting and reaching out and talking to people. And that way it'll be done, On the days that he's going into the office, then when the kids go to bed at night, when I come to sit down to do my Beachbody work, that's the first half hour is going to be just that stuff, all right? So you should be spending it inviting, be spending it then going in and checking into your challenge group, making sure that your challengers are doing okay and asking them if they need any help, getting your post up on Facebook and getting in your personal development, all right? So it's really awesome. If you can do the personal development, guys, a lot of your really great posts can come from your personal development that you're reading. So a lot of times you'll be doing your reading or even listening to, Audible or an audiobook, and you might hear something and it'll trigger something in your mind, and that'll give you an idea for a really good post. And that's really great because then it's adding value to people, and that's what you want to do. You want to try to do something that's going to add value to people's everyday life. All right. So I'm just checking over my notes here, making sure everything's all covered. Before I go on here, does anybody have any questions about anything, or just any kind of questions at all about, anything Beachbody related, like something that you've been struggling with, just questions or curiosities about anything that you want to ask before we kind of wrap things up? You can just type it in here, or you can unmute yourself. No one has anything? We're doing all good? Okay, cool. All right, awesome. I hope you guys really seriously can stick with this. It really is. I mean, if you can just, like I said, just really imagine where you want to see yourself in another year or two from now, even 1 year, guys, like 1 year from this date, you all have to be here still in this business, and you will just be blown away with where you are if you can actually do the disciplines every single day and hit Success Club every single month. So not just be here just like kind of floating around in limbo drinking your Shakeology every single day for a year, then nothing's going to happen. I mean, like, literally being here a year from now, putting in the daily work, putting in the consistency, and keeping that drive and that motivation, and you guys will seriously be so blown away with where you will be with this. And keep in the back of your mind, guys, too, that you want to be forming your own team. You really do. That's the big picture with this whole business, is forming your own team. You guys want to eventually be running your own Coach Basics with your own coaches and their downline. All right. So sometimes it's easier for people to talk about just getting people signed up for challenge packs and everything like that. But really, you have to start talking to people about the business opportunity. And you don't have to go crazy and go into all this detail. No one wants to hear about cycle bonus money and commissions and all that mumbo jumbo. It's just like, whoa, what is that? But if you can reach out to just people, like, for example, our Coach Sneak Peek is this Monday. So all of you guys should be adding at least 10 people to that sneak peek. And all you seriously have to do is just sit down and make a list of 10 people who you think might want to learn about this or might be great at this. Look through your friends list if you need to for a refresher. Write their names down and then just simply send them a message and just say, hey, connect with them on a personal way again, and just say, I'm not sure if this is something you'd be interested in, but there's going to be a free 5-day Coach Sneak Peek starting Monday. Do you have any interest in being added to it so that you can learn about what I do as a coach? It might be something maybe you might want to do in the future. You don't have to do anything. There's no obligations, no strings attached. Would you like me to add you to it? And literally pretty much everyone says yes. All right, so that's your key right there. Are those Coach Sneak Peeks? Those make a big difference for people, joining onto your team and deciding if they want to become an active coach. So that's one way. So you should all be taking advantage of the Coach Sneak Peeks and making sure that you're adding people to it, because that's the long-term vision. Challenge pack sales are only going to get you so far, and then you're going to plateau, and your business isn't going to grow that way, because that's just based on strictly on, just commissions. So you want to focus on building your team. And if you guys can bring on 1 to 2 new active coaches every single month, like, that should be your goal. It should be become an Emerald coach your first month. hit Success Club your first month and bring on one new active coach your first month. If you can do that, it's a good goal. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. But you should at least still shoot for it. And if it doesn't work out this first month, then that's all right. You should have a new month in September and you can focus on that then. But it should always be those goals, should be non-negotiable. It should always be Success Club and bringing on a new active coach. And just remember, when things happen and disappointments come your way, or just if anything happens, just remember to just keep your eye on the future. Don't stay wrapped up in the past and what happened and who said what to you. And, just don't get wrapped up in that because it'll just slow you down. Just keep your eye on the future and where you want to be and take it day by day and you will get there. You will be seriously so amazed. Sometimes I seriously can't even believe this is happening. Like I was just talking to Nick about this the other day. I'm like, this sometimes doesn't even, it just doesn't even seem real. It sounds so crazy to say that, but I remember joining on and hearing all these stories from, Elizabeth Harkey and, other people in the leaders pages and just how their lives are so different and all the details. And I'm like, wow, that's crazy. Is this really going to happen? Why not? Of course it can happen, right? And now 13, 14 months later, it's like, wow, it's actually happening. So this can be you guys too. So I want to just leave you guys with a quote right here. And I want to share this with you because it's something that I was just thinking about the other day, and it made me realize how important just coming out of your comfort zone is in this business. So here's the quote that I want to share. You are confined by the boundaries that you set yourself. The mind creates the cage. Set yourself free and move out of your comfort zone. And I was just thinking about the comfort zone. And, I am someone seriously who is a total comfort zone person with everything and anything in life. I'm talking, I go to a restaurant and there's a dish that I really like or food I really like. I will not bother trying anything else because I know that I like that and I'll just keep getting it. I don't want to risk it not being as good. Just silly little things like that, And, I was saying, I did a really quick Periscope, the other night about this. But, for me, honestly, one of my biggest fears, and, you guys probably won't even believe it or not, is talking in front of people. I always grew up like that, just being such a nervous person. I remember seriously sitting in class all those years and the teacher would be like, all right, I'm going to call on someone to answer this question. And I was the one who my eyes would go down like this and don't call me. And then it makes it more obvious. Then you get called on and and then my face would be bright red. And I was just so afraid of what other people would think if I got the answer wrong. I never, ever, oh my gosh, would never raise my hand and ask a question if I was confused because I was so wrapped up in just people thinking that I had a silly question. So it was like this. So, when I got into Beachbody, I realized that, first of all, you're a business owner, a legit business owner. So I had a hard time wrapping my brain around that this isn't just a job, there's no one here going to tell me what to do. I'm in charge of my own business and growing it. And the only way that's going to happen is if I come out of my comfort zone with certain things and keep practicing. So I found that the thing that you fear the most is the thing that you should work on. So I really, like I said, don't like talking in front of people. But every single month, I've been kind of forced out of my comfort zone. It started when I was 2 months in as a coach. Elizabeth Harkey asked me to speak on her team call. And I was like, oh my gosh, she wants me to speak on her team call. I've only been doing this for 8 weeks. I don't know, what the heck are they going to learn from me? But I just, I did it anyways. And I got better. I asked to speak at Super Saturdays and I did it. I've talked to the corporate leader, Alex Bunton, and asked her and told her that I want to speak on a national wake-up call one day. And I'd love to speak at Summit one day. So I'm putting this stuff out there. I mean, can you imagine if I walked up on stage at Summit, I'd probably collapse. But the only way I'm going to get better is if I force myself to do these things. So just by doing little things like that, I've asked to speak on top coach team calls like Melanie Mitro. She's the #1 coach in Beachbody. And I told her, hey, if you ever need someone to speak to your team, to give them some kind of inspiration about just motivation and being busy and being able to get the job done, I'll be more than happy to give some inspiration. And next thing you know, she was like, oh my gosh, I would love to have you on my team call. I was like, whoa, okay. So I spoke on her team call and Scotty Hobbs' team call. And guys, I mean, I was wicked nervous, but part of being a good leader is, you know, pulling yourself out of that comfort zone, doing things that you wouldn't normally do. And that's what this whole business is about. And any business that you decide to run in life, if you want to grow and you want to become better, and if you want things in your life to change and get better, you can't always be doing what you were always doing. You know, you have to go out there and pull yourself out of the comfort zone. So you guys don't need to do anything crazy things like that. But I'm just saying, you should really write down like some of the things that make you nervous. You know, maybe you see other coaches post on Facebook and you're like, whoa, I could never do something like that. Well, there you go. That's right there. One thing that you should put down that you could try to help yourself overcome. Or maybe you think that you can't run a challenge group because you don't think that you're going to get any people or something. Well, then there you go. You should absolutely run your own challenge group then, and personalize it and get your people in there. Maybe you're nervous because you don't want to reach out and you don't want to talk to this person because you just don't think they'd be good at it. Pull yourself out of your comfort zone and just message them, little things like that. And as time goes on, it's just practice, and you get better, and then you become a better coach, and then you become a better leader, and then everything in your life becomes better because you're growing as a person. So like I said, there's a lot of things that make me nervous in this business, and I can get really comfortable, doing the same things. Like, for example, I was using Liz's Coach Sneak Peek for so long, and because I was like, should I really do my own Coach Sneak Peek now? And then I was like, this is ridiculous. Just do it. It doesn't matter how long you've been in this for. Like, make your own Coach Sneak Peek. So just little things like that. And so I just wanted to share that quote with you guys so that you are challenging yourself every single day to do something small, could be very minuscule, to bring yourself out of your comfort zone. And to just stick with this, guys. There's going to be slow months. There's going to be awesome months. There's seasons in this business, and that's just the way it is. And just remember, just keep showing up every single day, even when you think no one's watching and no one's commenting and no one's liking. Trust me, they are watching every single move you make. And you never really know, when your business is going to explode. So the last thing you want to do is put in all this work day after day, month after month after month, and then 6 months in be like, you know what, this isn't for me. You could be quitting like right before your business like blows up. So keep it in your mind, 1 year minimum. You got to be doing those daily disciplines, those 3 vital behaviors, and stick with it for an entire year, and then we can talk. But I guarantee you guys will be so excited that you stuck it out. And like I said, you guys are here on this call, so I have a lot of faith in you all, and I really seriously think that you guys are going to be the next up-and-coming rising stars on the team. So congratulations again on becoming a new coach on the team. I'm really excited for you. And does anybody have any questions before I let you go for the night? Anything they want to share? No? All right. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for being here, and I will see you tomorrow on our team call. Have a good night, guys. Bye.